I just took my thumbnail picture in one go. Look at me. Who would have thought? Not me.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Also, I'm so hopped up on caffeine. It's not funny. Hello, friends. I realize that when I say my intro, I don't say my name. Hello, friends. It's Natalie. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's going to be very quick because we all have lives. We all have other stuff to do. I just want to really quickly do a little mini library book haul. So my library just recently opened up safely. And no, you can't go in and like pick up bookshelves. It's library to go. So what you do is you go online, sign into your account, and you go through the catalog and you just place a hold on whatever books you want. And then you go and you make an appointment, you go pick it up, and they give it to you. Since I got so many, they give it to me in a bag. Kind of went a little bit crazy. So let's just get into it. Like I said, we all have lives. We all have other stuff to do. That's another book for another video. Okay, so for the first one, I got a book because Chanel from Chanel Time is hosting her book club, the Crusty Club. Yeah, the Crusty Club. And I'll leave a link to where you can go follow her Twitter page. That's where she puts her prompts and everything. And for her August pick, it was Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. So I've never read an Alice Oseman book before. I just have Heartstopper, her graphic novel. I haven't started the first one. I haven't started it. I'm waiting for the right time, you know. I heard that one's really cute, really makes you happy. So I was like, I need to wait. There's a time and place for that one. So I know everyone though, what really got them into Alice Oseman, introduced them to Alice Oseman, was Radio Silence. I think it's the contemporary. So we have our two main characters, Frances and Alid, lead. Frances is very studious, she loves to study, and Alid is a quiet boy who gets straight A's. Okay, so Frances makes fan art for her favorite podcast, University, and Alid, he's the creator of University, and he goes by the name Radio Silence. And so when Frances gets a great message from him under the pseudonym Radio Silence, if she'll collaborate with him, everything changes. They spend an entire summer working together and they become best friends, and they get to know each other when no one else does. But when Alid's identity as Radio Silence is revealed, Frances fears that the future of University and the friendship is at risk. Alid helped her find her voice. Without him, will she have the courage to show the world who she really is? Or will she be met with Radio Silence? I heard this one's very emotional. I know everyone who reads it cries at some point in this book. And it's a YA, it's young adult, and the writing is very big. So I feel like I can get through it very quickly. I'm in a bit of a reading slump. Not really reading stuff, but because I have so many arcs that I requested from NetGalley and they're all coming in now that I'm getting approved, I can't really mood read. So I'm kind of forcing myself to read and get through these arcs. So once I finish those, I can start mood reading again. And this will be one of the first ones. Such a Fun Age will be one of the first ones. And something else that I really want to get to. So I really want to get this one just because, like I said, everyone's obsessed with this book. Everyone has read this. I feel like it's a staple. And I feel like I need to read it. And I think I'll like it because pretty much everyone likes it. On Goodreads, when I was going through it to see what my friends have, rated it, they gave it like 4 or 5 stars. So looking good for this one. And then I got Of Curses and Kisses by Sandhya Menon. This is a kind of, again, don't want to say enemies to lovers. This is kind of a hatred to lovers. Okay, so we have this Princess Jaya, right? And her family kind of has a rivalry with the Emerson clan. And when the Emerson clan targets Jaya's little sister, Jaya's like, you know what? No, I'm going to exact my revenge. So she finds out that she is going to be attending the same elite boarding school as Gray Emerson, who is part of the Emerson clan. And she realizes that in order to exact her revenge, she will make Gray Emerson fall in love with her and then break his heart. However, Gray is kind of, he's not that bad. And so she's like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be enemies. The reason why I even got close to you was because I want to break your heart. What's going to happen when you find out that that's the reason why? And then we have his lordship, Gray Emerson. And yeah, so not like what I thought she was gonna be, and that he can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. Yeah, damn right, she's hiding something. And yeah, oh, something that might just have to do with the rose-shaped ruby pendant around her neck. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I've only seen like 1 or 2 people like that they've read this, and I think they liked it. I think they liked it. So I'm really excited to start this one just because I haven't read a romance in so long, and I kind of want to do a follow-up to my Love is in the Air series, just because that one's getting good like feedback. People actually liked it, and people actually picked up a lot of the books that I recommended. So I feel like maybe I'll save this one for a follow-up. I actually don't even know how long I'm supposed to have these for. I should probably check that, and then that way I can plan out what I want to read. And then I got Fence Volume 1. This is a graphic novel by C.S. Pacat. Yes, C.S. Pacat from The Captive Prince, that whole thing. Don't want to get into that. This one is kind of just a rivalry. Takes place in what? In a prestigious Kings Road private school. We have our main character's Nicholas, and he is dreaming of getting a chance and actually competing in fencing, in the fencing world. And I think it just goes through that, like people that he meets. It totally looks cute. I like the writing. I like the style of the way that she draws, or they draw. Everyone point and laugh. Are you ready for it? Okay. You guys know I'm Latina, right? I can speak Spanish very well. I can read Spanish very well. I'm fluent in both like styles. I'm fluent in writing. I'm fluent in speaking. Okay, so when I went online and I said, you know what, I really want to get this book, I saw there was 2 versions of it. There was the normal version and there was a mass paperback. I don't like mass paperback books that much. I get them still. This one, Neil Gaiman's American Gods, like mass paperback, small. I don't mind it. I can still read them. I just don't, I don't prefer it. So I got the second one, which is normal paperback. I picked it up and I was like, wait a minute. It's in Spanish. So this is Mary Lou's Warcross. This is about this hacker who gets hired by this billionaire entrepreneur, the creator of this huge, I think it's like it's some kind of game that it's like this like phenomenon, and she gets hired to play in it and to see if, I think like someone's trying to cheat in the game or something, whatever. She gets hired, they get close, all that good stuff. And it's in Spanish. So I put a request for the paperback. So read that. I highly recommend this. Some of my friends have read it. They liked it. They said the relationship is, and they really liked the male protagonist, the billionaire entrepreneur person. Love that trope. Actually, like that trope. Where it's the billionaire and then it's like the normal person, they get together. Actually, I like that trope with other stuff. Love that. By itself, And then I got The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This one I saw in Chandler, from Chandler Ansley's her March arc video. She was talking about it. It kind of reminds me of that movie, Set It Up or something. The one where the assistants have to, in order to make their lives better, get more time because their bosses are horrible. They set up their bosses. That way, since they're so in love, they're nicer, and since they're always together, they're not like, their scheduling is better, you know, like all that. I think it's something like that. Our main character, Carrie Duncan, she worked for Melissa and Rusty Tripp for a decade. She helped them build an empire and a new show that they're about, and a book that they're about to launch. The Tripps are on the verge of superstardom. However, their favorite couple, America's favorite couple, can't stand each other. And then we have James McCann. He's a structural engineer. However, the last straw, he's a structural engineer. However, he and Carrie must go on a book tour with the Tripps and keep the wheels from falling off the proverbial bus. Oh, okay, this is kind of the opposite. So basically, in Set It Up, they have to set each other up, and this one they have to make sure they don't fall apart. They have to make sure that the Tripps don't break up, because then everyone's out of a job. She didn't really like it. I think she said it was kind of, I don't know if she, I don't want to put words, but I think it was like, I don't remember correctly, but I think she said it was kind of like she expected more of it. It wasn't like so really boring. It was just that she expected more from what was given in the synopsis. So I actually haven't really heard good things about this besides Chandler's video. I just got it first of all for the cover, adorable, and like I said, I want to get more into romances just because I low-key kind of miss them. It's so funny because when I was filming my romance video, I was like, oh my god, give me more fantasy, give me more mysteries. When I was filming my mystery video, I was like, oh my god, give me more fantasies, give me more contemporaries. And now that I'm kind of reading basically mysteries and fantasies, I'm like, give me more romances. I want my heart to burst. So that's who I am. Anyway, so I will probably read this when I read Of Courses and Kisses. Maybe I will do a part 2. I got 2 of Elizabeth Acevedo's books. I've heard great things about this author. Great things. She is a lot of people's favorites. She is a lot of people, like, she makes a lot of people cry just because her books are so good. And I haven't read them. So I was like, you know what? Let me start off with some of her books. So the first one is The Poet's Ex, and this one is written in prose, I want to say. So we have Xiomara, and she feels unheard and unable to hide in her Harlem neighborhood. Ever since her body grew into curves, she has learned to let her fists and her fierceness do the talking. Yeah, sadly, we all know how that is. So Xiomara has plenty to say, but she pours her frustration onto the pages of a leather notebook, reciting the words to herself like prayers. Especially after she catches feelings for a boy in her bio class. With Mami's determination to force her daughter to obey the laws of the church, Xiomara understands that her thoughts are best kept to herself. But when she is invited to her school's slam poetry club, oh my god, slam poetry is really, really good. She knows that she could never get around the rules to attend. She can never get around, like she can't go because she has rules that will forbid her to attending, like her family rules, and she can't stop thinking about performing her poems though, like even though she can't go. And so because you know, even though she has all these challenges, she will still not be silenced. So I'm really excited because this one, everyone says this one's a heartbreaker, like in the good way. Like you're just like, wow. So I'm really excited to read this, like so excited to read this. And it's in prose, as in like it's like lyrical prose, so they're just like poems, you know, they're just I love that. So I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, and then the last book that I got was Elizabeth Acevedo's With the Fire on High. This one is actually I think it's her first book written like in fiction, like just normal. So this one is about, I know it's a single mom, I think. So we have Imani Santiago's life has been about making the rough decisions, doing what has to be done for her daughter and her abuela. There's an abuela. I'm gonna cry. There's an abuela. Oh my god. Oh my god, something about abuelitas. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. One place she can let all that go is in the kitchen. There she lets her hands tell her what to cook, listening to intuition and adding a little something magical every time. Ooh, wait a minute. Even though she's always dreamed of working in the kitchen after she graduates, she knows that's not possible. She knows that it's not worth her time to pursue the impossible. Again, we've all been there. Yet, despite the rules she's made for her life, she starts cooking, and her only choice is to let her talents like speak for her and like let her break free. I also have heard really good things about this one. This is YA too. I am excited. Okay, the only bad, okay, I don't want to say bad thing, but the only little bit of criticism that I've heard about this is that there is really no plot. But like I said, and I'll continue to say it, I prefer character-driven books anyways. Like, I don't really read a book for the plot. Like, okay, I guess obviously like there has to be some kind of plot, but if the plot is lacking, I don't care, as long as the characters are good enough for me to fall in love with, to connect with, to care for. If I have that and you basically give me a non-existent plot, I'll probably still give it like 5 stars. That's just my preference. Like, for example, all of my Holy Grail shelves, they're basically all character-driven books. Like, literally every single one of them, you can argue that they're character-driven books, but that's what I prefer. That's what I love. I love character-driven books. I love characters that I want, like, that, you know, that I fall in love with, that I grow to love. And if I have that, I don't really care if there's no plot. So that's why it's saying, like, this, I feel like this one's a very character-driven, just because we see, you know, Imani's life, we see the abuelita and her daughter. Like, I'm fine with that. If I grow to love them, I don't really care that all she does is cooking. Cool, let her cook. I just want to learn more about the characters. So that's who I am, but I will let you guys know. I know I'm kind of like in the minority about loving character-driven books. I know a lot of people obviously prefer plot over characters. I get that, and so that's why I will let you guys know when I am giving a book 5 stars solely for the characters and not really for the plot, because I don't want to recommend a book that I'm like raving about 5 stars. You have to do it. You buy it or you spend time reading it, or you use your, you know, credit for Audible or something, right? Because I'm like, yes, it's so good, you have to read it. And then you're like, oh my god, where's the plot? This is all characters. I don't like that. So I will let you guys know when I like a book because of the characters more so than the plot. Okay. And yeah, so that is it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have way more books coming, but a lot of the books that I requested, they were not available, so I have to kind of wait a couple of weeks. Oh, so the reason why I get library books or I read them on my Kindle, those modes of reading a book instead of buying my book, the reason why I do that is because the way, like, okay, not the why I do that, but the process behind that, like how I choose to check out a book, the other ways that I said, versus buying the book, is because I usually I only buy a book. Oh, so here's the thing. I'm kind of weird because I buy a book based on two things. Either one, my friends, you guys tell me, buy it, buy it, buy it. I'm like, fine. I'm so, like, I will buy it. I promise I will probably buy it. Or because I keep on hearing good stuff about it, or again, I'm kind of loyal. Like, I will probably buy all of TJ Klune's books now. I will buy all of Holly Black's books now, B. Schwab's, Maggie Seawater, Nora, if she ever writes, but she probably won't. Like, oh my god, of course, Art Playing. I'm loyal. Oh, and of course, with If We Were Villains. I don't know who wrote that. I forgot who wrote that. I literally just said it too. Anyway, all of those, I'm loyal to them. I will probably buy their books, like, no matter what. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for them, so that's one instance where, like, I'm loyal. I will buy their books no matter what. Or you guys recommend me the books. So I check out books when either I know I'm probably going to give them like 3 stars. Like, I know it. I'm probably going to give them 3 or 4 stars. Or if I enjoy them, 5 stars. I'm probably not going to read them again. I'm just going to be like, wow, that was a good book. Good time. All right, bye. Go off. Go make someone else happy. Or like new adult books. I do that with new adult books just because, one, I don't want their covers on my bookshelves, just because I do live still at home. My parents are going to be like, what the hell do you have on your bookshelves? And also, I just know that they're trashy, you know, they're trashy fun. So it's like, I don't really want to, I'm not going to read them again. I just want to read them for the first time for like that, you know, for the guilty pleasures, and that's it. But there's the thing though, it's like, obviously I would want to spend money on Elizabeth Acevedo just because I don't know if she's an author of color. I hope so. Like, Mary Lou's an author of color. This one I am going to buy, the World Cross, just because I bought the second one discounted. So it's like, I know that I should, like, I don't know. And also I check out books, or I like do that just because I also like to taste test, in that I'm kind of scared that I'm going to waste my money on a book that I don't like. So that's why I do kind of taste test it first before I spend money on it. Like, and the thing is that sometimes I want to read it right now, like right now, but I have so many other books to buy. So I'm just like, I can just read it right now, love it, and then put it in my list to buy. But right now I have like other priorities. That's also something that I do. So I know that's ramble. I don't know what goes on in here. Honestly, no thoughts, head empty. But yeah, so that's kind of me explaining my process and how I choose to either buy books or check out books, rent books. That's my little book haul. I love how I spent 22 minutes talking when I literally talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. What the hell? Anyway, okay, that's it for me. I will catch you guys soon. I hope you guys like this. Stay safe and go read your favorite book for me. Bye.